All right, so I don't know what's up with Twitch, but it's definitely doing a thing. It was on, then it shut off. So we'll see what's happening. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button when y'all come in. Thank y'all. Don't forget to hit the like button when y'all come in. Don't forget to hit that like button when y'all come in. Good morning, and good morning, everyone. Hey, beautiful Aaron, I love you. All right, how y'all doing? Good morning. Whoever that is on Twitch talking about they life from older. All right, y'all. So let's see what the message is. I don't know what's up with my computer this morning, but we just gonna go with it. We got stuff to do, and we got time for that. All right, so the message is, Pisces, your dreams are speaking. Your dreams are speaking, Pisces. Well, I put that in there twice, but either way. I think it says listen to them. I don't know what's happening with everything is behind this morning, so something is going on with the internet, it looks like. But either way, we just gonna go with what we going with. And Twitch keeps shutting off. I don't know what's up with that. It keeps saying that it's offline. Alright, I'm gonna try one more time. Pisces, your dreams are speaking. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. All right, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. All right, I'm probably not going to be entertaining in the chat too much today because I'm just going to give this message and go do what I got to do because I don't know nothing else but to do that, okay? And then all right, let's just go with what we got, get into it, because I'm not going, whatever's happening with Twitch, I ain't going to deal with it. It says Pink Lotus Fairy, it's a time for spirit. All right, so time to pray, time to meditate, time to get tapped in, all right? Funny thing is I had a long conversation with God last night, and definitely an amazing conversation because I feel like at some point in time, everybody has to learn to be only accountable for themselves. Because the funny thing is about situations, people, places, and things, I don't know why it's not allowing me to get to what I need to get to, but anyway, your dreams are speaking. Listen to them. Also, I feel like when you meditate, that also gives you insight. And it lets you know, like, certain things have to happen. Certain things have to just be done the way that it is. No matter how a person feels about them, how you feel about them. It's like Judas. Do y'all think that Judas wanted to be known as a Judas? No. But he had an assignment to deal with and to complete. So sometimes you just gotta follow the course of action. And it's weird because some people may not be having dreams. But something happened and it was just a thing. And I was awake, but waking up from sleep. And I was listening to these stories that I like to listen to sometimes. And when I woke up, the man was saying, he was talking about his daughter. And he said, because apparently they were in the spirit realm, and he was being told, and I don't know how they all got there, it was several people, him and some more people, and they were being told that you have to let, he was being told you have to let her go. You have to let your daughter go. And he said he was looking at her, he was crying because whatever was happening, she said, we gotta go now because something was coming. And the person was saying, she can't come. She has to stay here because she already passed over. She's already done. Hi, Christina. And so the other thing was the other person, the daughter had already died. They were in the spirit realm. Everybody was over there talking. But whatever had happened, everybody ended up at the same place. But apparently it was an accident or something. She can't come. You got to leave her because whatever she is right now, she just is. But she can't come because she's already dead. And it's a thing that I keep saying, and it even pertained to the message yesterday morning. Something about a chemical in the system that's being released right now. It's rotting from the inside. And I don't know what that is, but it was just more weird than anything because when he was trying to make peace. He said she can't go into the light because of the fact that whatever's on her is already on her, meaning she already died. And once she died, they can't go back beyond the veil. And so when you're in covenant with God, it's a couple of things that you have to know and understand. It don't matter what people think. It don't matter what people see. It don't matter what people say. It don't matter what people hear. It don't matter. It matters what God knows. It matters what you know that you're being told. And so I don't know if y'all gonna understand this or not, and I know some of y'all will and some of y'all won't. But some people walking around here just ain't the people. And no matter what you do or how hard you try, some people are just not gonna ascend to the levels that you want them to. How about that? And so it was a thing, and it started even with my channel. So my channel birthday, it said my channel's birthday was the other day. And I remember when I started my channel August in 2019, it was brand new. Like, I started it from the ground up. It had no followers. I got on, I did a video. I did a tarot video. Mind you, my first tarot video, I didn't even know anything about tarot other than everything that I had learned. I didn't know how to read cards. I didn't know anything. But another person kept pushing me into tarot because they were trying to open me up to become whatever their vision of me they thought was supposed to happen, right? But I flourish. I flourish in everything that I do because that's just what I do. I excel in everything I do because that's what I do. When I put my hands in something or on something, it grows, it flourishes. And when I learn to control my energy, and I'm still learning because the more I develop, the more I grow and ascend, the more energy I harness or the more energy I learn to, wield. It's like Pink Lotus, a time for spirit. So you got to tap in and understand. And I learned that I create balls of fire, balls of energy. Mind you, been doing it for a long time, so nothing new, but now it's different. And when some of us have a muse energy, we're always going to attract things that are need healing or need uplifting or need a certain type of thing. But sometimes we have to understand that certain energies and certain things have to do it for themselves. Everybody has to do it for themselves, including me. So as we grow, we understand a little bit more. Even when people don't understand, because a lot of people don't understand me. Matter of fact, I don't even feel like anybody ever understands me. And I done came to the conclusion that it don't matter. I understand me. And every test I go through, I look for the silver lining in the situation. And so some people will throw rocks and, lie and cry and make you the bad guy, demonize you in so many ways. But when the minute they get shown the truth, their truth, they would rather die before they acknowledge it, apologize, accept it, understand it. They'll tell everybody in the world how bad you did them, but they won't tell how they got there. So, and this is not even about a particular person, it's about how people they will lie to themselves. That's how bad it gets. Because, you know, when people are not paying attention or they just don't understand, they will lie to themselves. They will never understand how they got to that particular situation or that point. And so yesterday I had a, come to Jesus moment, because I had to sit with my feelings and my emotions yesterday. And that's not a thing that I normally do, because I go on and get real quick. But this time I didn't. This time I allowed myself to process the emotion and understand that none of that shit was me. Everything I did in accordance, even from the beginning. I am very, I may be, or may have been, very detached from feelings and emotions. Why? Because sometimes some people don't deserve them. I'm not giving certain people any energy. So then I started to, think about myself, like, that's not a bad thing, because I was talking to my brother and me and him are very much the same. That's not a bad thing. I'm glad my mom taught me that, because everybody don't deserve your energy. People will lie to get in your energy. People will cheat to get into your energy. People will steal to get into your energy. People will try to hold your energy hostage while doing other stuff because they don't want to let your energy go. And when you're a person like me, you have to understand you may get used a lot, right? But they don't understand there is no way to use me ever. I'm only going to give you what I can give you. And I understand my energy really, really quickly. So if a situation leaves me worse off than when I started, I understand that energy was not a good energy. But I did that. It wasn't that anybody else did that. It was I did that, because I accepted the situation. I allowed it in. And then I had to learn a lesson. And vice versa. So I'm not going to blame anybody for leaving me in a worse off situation than what I started. Because recently I came to the realization, and I said this, certain people and certain things are a setback. But somehow, even in the setback, it was a setup. Be mindful what you are thinking. Be mindful of what you're dreaming. Because what I learned, even in taking them steps back, and the funny part is my GPS took me 2 miles back to send me 5 miles ahead. So in learning the masculine, because I give a lot of masculine energy, I'm very matter of factly, and I know what I am. I'm not going to diminish my light or, minimize myself for anybody, anyone, anywhere. Even when, if you can't match my energy or bring it up, I'm not turning down for you. Because turn down for what? And woman. So I sat with me, because let me understand myself a little bit more. Mind you, so this is where your dreams are going into. So let me understand myself a little bit more. And in me understanding myself, I sat with myself, I was talking to God. But then I had to actually admit some things to my friend, because I normally don't say things like that out loud. I allowed myself to feel something that was growth. That was growth for me. Because normally, again, I go on and get it. But I needed to sit with that. I needed to process it. And I told y'all, I'm not a crying ass bitch. I don't like crying ass bitches. But I had to go through a process because at the end of the day, masculine and feminine duality, because you're not right unless you're in both energies, unless it's balanced, because they got to be balanced. So, and the crying went to God, not to, about people. The crying was to God because it was a purging situation and just understanding I'm okay. I'm always okay, and I don't got to be around anybody. But the energy that I just experienced allowed me to understand, because I'm not I didn't realize how, even in my relationships, the image of the relationship is important. Friendships, partnerships, connections. The image of them are important. And when you deal with selfish energies that is me, 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 they only focus on them, they don't understand how one thing relates to the other or correlates to the other. All they see is, ooh, woe is me. I want to be the victim of a situation, not realizing you caused that situation. And I told y'all I create towers, so I know when I create certain situations. And I told y'all a story yesterday, and somebody violated something with me, and it instantly threw me into I kind of didn't like the energy, which also is when I start cutting things off. So that may be where I kind of, do a thing. I'll accept that. But I don't feel like I'm wrong. Because to me, I don't violate people that I love. I don't violate situations that I know are meant for me. When I start violating situations, it's because it's a wrap. It's over. It's done. And I tell y'all, I burn bridges all the time. But this particular bridge, I almost kind of felt bad. But then I had to think about it. Why should I feel bad? A person literally just lied. Like, literally just lied. Wrote the lie. Meanwhile, as they're writing the lie, that was the reading, Pisces, trust your intuition. You're not wrong. You're spot on. Because people will, again, demonize you for catching them. People will demonize you for seeing them. People will demonize you and, speak bad on your name because you see them for who they truly are. They want to lie to themselves and everybody else. So last night, as I'm talking to my friend says, you look so sad. I was sad. Not sad because of, like, I just was sad. Because I can admit that I miss a person, or people. But the energy don't do nothing but lie. And mind you, when you're connected to something like this, the minute the energy shifts, my energy knows that the energy lies. Because that's how we got here. We got here based off energy. They jumped, my energy pulled. And then when I showed the person where they lied, instead of them apologizing or admitting to the truth, they ran. Never apologized, and I don't need it. I didn't need it. It was just funny how the same energy tried to convince people around me that they weren't a liar. Meanwhile, I sent every message. But again, I still had to sit with that because even the person said, would you talk to the person? Or, and it's not even a thing about talking to the person, because the person kept saying, like, why wouldn't you talk to me? Well, the thing is, when a person starts calling me weird, and this is how, I started also shutting down, because it was, to me, an offense. Because I wouldn't call my friend weird. Especially for trying to help me. And I've never done anything else but tried to help the person. And then the person kept saying that I was using things that they spoke to me about to hurt them. And I'm still confused even on that. I don't get it, because nothing that pillow talking, I never said anything about what anything the person said to me while we were in private. So I don't know where that came from, but to me it's more of a still, oh, woe is me. I want to play the victim. I want to make you look bad. Because then what I started to do was, it made me a little bit upset, because I don't like when people try to diminish my character. And it's always a thing with these people that the minute they don't get something that they want, or the minute something don't go their way, all of a sudden they start trying to diminish my character. That kind of hurt my feelings. So I admitted to my friend, that hurt my feelings. Because, I admit I'm a little bit even weird to me. I sit in front of y'all and I tell y'all I'm weird to me. And I'm getting weirder by the minute. But one thing that energy should understand, I don't go out of my way to hurt anybody. And if I say something, trust and believe I was doing more helping to them than they were doing to me. Literally. Because the person can say, oh, well, I didn't know. Because I don't know if y'all realize it or not, like, even when people go into your household, because even my son, my bills were this. When people come into your house, they become this. Taking time out of my schedule, my time is money. Takes money away from me. I started losing money with this situation. Mind you, I didn't even care. I told the person that I was losing money with them, and I didn't care. Because the thing that I was learning even about myself is, my relationships don't have to follow a divine, not a divine, a pattern of what people see. Because in my mind, I never even thought to even be in that type of relationship ever. So it was good to know and understand that I could have that type of relationship and it was okay with me. So I learned something new about myself. And then right behind that, so, me talking to my friend and me explaining that I sat with myself and, it's okay. I don't have to, because everything I said. And I meant it because it was exactly right. And everybody knows I'm going to say what I want to say. Now, the delivery, people may, think that that's always wrong, but that's neither here nor there. Delivery could be wrong. But I'm never taking nothing back that I said, because I'm very intentional when I say stuff. And the person was calling everybody in God trying to say that I was being mean. I'm not a mean person. I'm not taking that, because I'm not a mean person. So I'm sure Kristen came from Houston here, because I told y'all Jessica came here and broke down and went back to Houston. Dropped the rental car off. Flew back to California. somehow Kristen came from Houston. Kristen is not the person that Kristen portrayed online. And not to say anything bad about Kristen, because I love Kristen. But Kristen came on this channel, and I basically promoted Kristen. She didn't ask me. I did it on my own because I'm a very loving and giving person. Kristen benefited in ways, even just being connected to me, that I didn't benefit by being connected to her. Kristen is an artist. Mind you, we're all artists, because all chosen ones are artists. And, you know, whether or not a person can sing, dance, yada, 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 whatever, she's a very good singer. So even if she feels like she has to hide from me, or it's a thing that happens, because then they all start hiding, and she don't realize it's a pattern that follows with each person that enters into my life. So not to be, again, because I talked about Jessica, talked about, I tell y'all about every encounter that I have, every relationship that comes into my energy, I talk about them. I tell y'all. So Kristen is not oblivious to anything that happened at all, period. And the fact that I'm talking about her is still the same as everybody else. So Kristen, before she got here, had a bigger energy than what she actually is, or what she portrays to be. My energy is just going to be the energy. Whether or not you meet me here, there, anywhere, I'm going to be the same exact energy everywhere. I'm not going to run and hide from nobody. I ain't crawling in no boxes. And I'm not going to act like I was innocent or oblivious to any situation. And again, I love Kristen. Kristen can come on this channel. I'm not going to say nothing other than what I'm saying right now, because I'm never taking it back. So again, everybody saw, I promoted the music, I promoted the person, I accepted the energy as it was, because as I explained to y'all before, take the energy how it comes. Mind you, I had big reserve with Kristen's energy, because Kristen is younger than me. I don't like people younger than me. So in that offense, or in that situation, Kristen didn't, I didn't benefit anything from Kristen, other than the lesson, which was worth more than anything. So in that case, I benefited. As far as anything that, you know, because Kristen is a given energy. Kristen is a very good person, but Kristen is very much, whatever that energy is, I don't know. But whatever that energy is not the same energy that was on the phone with me, that was talking to me, that was, the energy is very manipulative. And whether or not they like it or not, they know the truth. They're very manipulative. So what they do, and it was the same exact thing, because I'm always going to be giving. And even now, even in the process of me doing this, still giving. Because honestly, I really didn't want to give the bitch no energy. Because at the end of the day, when you start trying to diminish my character and who I am as a person, people can say that, you know, I see you, but they won't say they see themselves. I see me. And I know what type of energy I am. I sit in front of y'all and I tell y'all, I ain't changed my words, period. I keep saying it. I've been sitting, as long as I sat here, I keep telling y'all the same thing. I'm going to be what I'm going to be, and it is what it is. I'm not going to be anything different, because I'm going to live in my truth always. So the first thing that Kristen done that was a mistake was, Kristen kept saying something about her life, her wife. She had to get away from the person that she was around. I don't even know if that was even true, as even to how she got here, because the way it was explained to me was she needed a place to be in order to process her situation. But that wasn't even true either, because after she got here, the thing was she started trying to change even our dynamics. And I kept saying, I don't think that should be. Please just leave it alone. Mind y'all, that's the way I said it. Please don't corrupt the system. But again, it's a little sexual energy, so, you know. But mind you, and again, like I said yesterday, if it wasn't for me, the deed would have been done. But, you know, still certain things happen because when you're in the house, you know, things happen. But no. So the thing is, as I was processing my thought process with, you know, my friend, I told my friend, I will always love that energy because they taught me something, and I will always, and I did feel some type of way because I don't know how a person travels from Houston to Georgia to live in a house with a person that they never met. But I understand the energy because we always talked in the collective, in the group. So it was cool with me because, again, the energy was good. And like I said, when she got here, everybody saw the energy was good. But it kept being a thing about my dreams. My dreams kept being weird because I kept telling Kristen something happened. Like, all of a sudden, she just wasn't here. And then some people came and they were asking me about her because it was almost as if she disappeared. And some people, her people, came here and they were asking for her stuff. The dreams kept being the same. Also, even in the process of me saying that my spirit and my guides are telling me that you're a liar. You're not divulging all the information. None of the stuff that I'm saying to y'all, none of the stuff that I said to y'all yesterday pertain to this little girl's situation and private stuff that we talked about. This all pertained to me, and I'm allowed to tell my story. She can say whatever she want to say, but at the end of the day, that girl can't say that I did nothing but be good to her. So promiscuous energies always want to do a thing. And when a person tells me that they want to be different in life because they don't want to do the thing that they were doing, then I have to believe them. But Kristen's behavior started to be a little bit different because all of a sudden it was almost as if Kristen was, she was already under some type of spiritual something. And I kept picking it up because, again, I'm a spiritual person. This is my house. This is where I reside at. My child is here. Mind you, he wasn't even supposed to be here. And the other part that I know is my son is a reincarnation, a pharaoh. So when I glitched the first time, it was only the fact that he was around that I got saved. I know this. See, I understand who I am because as I go through my spiritual ascension, I deal with me. The fact that he was here is the reason why I got saved. When some stuff happened with him in school, like my son sent in every document he was supposed to send in. And somehow his paperwork got separated. It didn't make any sense because his paperwork all went together. So then my son got tossed into the mix. And if you know me, my kids don't belong to me, they belong to God. But I will go through hell and high water. You can't use them against me to say anything because at the end of the day, I know that they belong to God. So guess what? They under the covenant. They always going to be protected. But that threw me for a loop too because I'm saying, why is he here? in the midst of whatever was happening. Again, more protection, because God does a thing. God don't ever watch over me or protect me. And I know that to be a fact. So I kept saying it was weird how she got here, because she didn't get here under her name. She got here under somebody else's name. The system blocked her in every way. I saw it. She saw it. And if she ever tells the truth, she saw it too. She had to use a friend of hers to get here. But also because she was supposed to be unpacking, she had to run away from her wife, and it was what she said. But that ended up not being true either, because even after she got here, it was still communication. Because literally, when I got told to leave a situation, I was told, don't look back. Meanwhile, it was a lot of pacifying from what I gathered. So, but the wife is also a 219. I'm a 219. My birthday is February 19th, so I'm a cusp baby. Imani, who is Kristen's wife, is a 219 as well, which would also tell me that, so Kristen was cross-watching because Kristen is a Cancer. The message that she was a liar. So the fact that I was saying any of this, Kristen called somebody and said that I was being mean to her. I mean, y'all can chat and y'all can tell me, did it sound like I was being mean? Because I wasn't being mean by, even now, I'm not being mean. I don't understand how a person would think that I would be being mean. Because a person wants me to violate every boundary that I have to cater to them. That would be how I would be being mean. So immediately after she got here, we still doing the discussion with the wife thing, but you said you didn't trust the wife because the wife was giving up your information and you felt like the wife was working with the family. Mind you, everything that I got that was being given to me was basically trying to direct my thought process on a way that the family is or was. But it was still being weird to me, because at the end of the day, I wouldn't communicate with a person that I felt like put my life at risk. I wouldn't do that. So again, more stuff not adding up. Every day from the time that child got here, that child was on the phone with me. Every day. Mind you, because we were in the collective, or we were with a group of people. Me, Kristen, Tamisha, and Keitsa. Somehow one day we were sitting on the phone and Kristen was looking at me. And I happened to realize she was looking at me. And the way she was looking at me, the energy was just pure, to where it was a thing. Like it just did a thing. Mind you, everybody picked it up. So instantly it triggered Tamisha in the wrong way. And I was trying to figure out, even because I told y'all I like Tamisha. I didn't understand what was wrong, because something that happened with the energy that morning triggered everybody. So it showed me something innocent, but it also triggered Tamisha, to where it just started doing a thing, to where even Tamisha started being a weird way with me, to where that's how Tamisha ended up where she is now. And I kept saying, even throughout the whole time, I like Tamisha. She was still giving vibes here and there, but never really no vibe that, was bad, or, none of that. It wasn't until Kristen did a thing online. But something was even sneaky about that, because even my brother mentioned that. Like, from the time she came out of the house, she was always on the phone with us. Or me. Because then it started to be in a thing where me and her would be talking to ourselves. And not for nothing, because never in a bad way, because it was never in a bad way. It was more of a, just insight. But she did say that, there was a couple things she might not want to stay on the phone. But again, I said to y'all yesterday, if in fact that I thought the federal government was tapping my phone, because the federal government be tapping everybody's phone. And I swear to God, I think they tapped my phone the minute I glitched. I swear I think they was watching me. And I think the federal government watches the chosen ones. So I feel like I've been under a microscope ever since I glitched, period, point blank. That microscope keeps me safe. So if the federal government was tapping my phone, I wouldn't care. I haven't cared. Mind you, in my life, I done been around some people that the federal government didn't tap they shit, because, so I done been around some people. Because again, I said in front of y'all, there's only one God. I work with God. I work for God. I work under God. I'm in covenant with God. I'm going to stay in covenant with God. I'm going to do the things that I need to do for God. But I still like doing some shit. And as long as God sees me, and I know God sees me, I'm going to do it anyway. I don't care what y'all be looking at. Because at the end of the day, you ain't got to have in hell to put me in. And if something is wrong, it would be God to judge me and not y'all. So I be getting into some shit. Mind you, I told y'all I tread lightly because, you know, I also don't want to put my foot across that line, because I know I'll get slapped real quick. Because I don't get to, you know, have years, months, weeks, and days when I do something wrong. God hit me real quick. Like, ma'am, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, I see you was, I tell myself, and I tell people, I'm the queen of loopholes. If there's a way to get it done to where I still be in covenant and going to the guidelines, I'm going to get it done. You know, I feel like God laughs at me sometimes because God know I like doing some stuff. And I feel like the minute I start doing it, God be like, you know I'm watching you, right? Yeah. All right, well, you do realize how close you are to that fence, right? Yeah, but I ain't crossed the line, God. So, you know, because it's like a parent and a child. Because, you know, my Father, our Father who art in heaven. So, of course, me being a child, it's earth school. Why send me down here, God, if you didn't want me to play a little bit? And look at these people. Some of these niggas be fine, right? Some of these bitches got some fat asses. Like, look at them. Like, why you make them like that? It's God's work. Like, why would I not want to look at it and admire it? Shit, bitches be soft. Why I don't want to touch it? I'm soft. I'm soft in a motherfucker. So why wouldn't a nigga want to touch it? So we learn to be a little selective in the shit. So yesterday, in the process of me saying what I was saying, because the lie that was told, there's a little girl that came around because, you know, I was saying something about her being a little girl. Everybody was on me about the age. You know, she's a grown woman. And I'm saying, yeah, she's still not that grown. And I really didn't want to be like, you know, the young people shit ain't really my shit. And I kept saying to her, I didn't want to do to her what everybody else has already done to her. Because if you hear her story, you know her story, and she's been on this channel, so a lot of y'all know her story. But I didn't want to do to her what everybody else did to her. And that's what I kept saying. Mind you, you know. So inserts a little young person, another young person, because that was happening, and then something else happens. And so I noticed that something was weird was going on. And it was strange that she was saying one thing, but meanwhile, I'm noticing her energy is doing another thing. And so the lie, the infraction, kept being one after the next, but it kept being, you don't understand it from my perspective. I don't. I didn't understand it from her perspective. And at 30, y'all still have to go through some things and, you know, deal with what y'all got to deal with. I didn't want to insert myself into that because why should I? And I know it's going to be a lot of fuck ups and a lot of things. But then kept pushing a ticket. I know my energy, and I keep telling people, I know my energy. If people do certain things to me, or they start being a certain type of way with me, I back up real quick because I am like, I don't know. I may be set in my ways when it comes to certain things. But I will back away real quick. So that may be a bad thing too. And my friend told me I don't really articulate my feelings that well, and so that could be a thing. But I feel like I'm doing it very well right now, and I was doing it very well yesterday. So again, more processing, because we're talking about Pisces. Your dreams are telling you something. So dreams were being had and conversations were being had and people were expressing certain things when it came to this girl. And I don't like liars. My baby daddy was a liar. I don't like liars. My daddy was a liar. I'm offended by liars. So the minute my energy picks it up, and be mindful, because I said our energies were doing a thing. That's how the person got here, because our energies were doing a thing. So now you're saying that, which also was giving me red flags too, because even the way she left from her house was giving me red flags, which I was saying, but she kept saying something about, it would be a fight or this, that, and the third, but I didn't really approve of even the way that she moved out of her house. And I did say something. So mind y'all, in the process of everything that's happening, I said something. I kept saying stuff. But if you get here, you get here. That's how it was. In the middle of a storm, she got the rental car, got here, but she got here in the middle of a storm. I made sure that I talked to her. We was on the phone, still the group, still talking to her. But I talked to her she drove straight here. She showed up. And again, I realized right from the gate, the energy is still good, but it just was not as big as it was. So something was happening even as she was coming. I don't know what it was, but again, it was a weird thing that was happening, because somehow my energy has now made it so that it creates an energy that flows through somebody's body. Okay, so I didn't understand that, and I was actually curious to understand how that was happening, but it was happening. So it happened with her, and it's cool. So now, after she gets here, there's a lot of issues, because what was happening was, that was God basically trying to keep her. Well, I still feel like God helped her, because it had to be revealed. Some certain things had to be done, because the way it was going around, but the system was glitching so bad. The system was glitching so bad, as if somebody put that girl's name into a system, and it was throwing red flags everywhere. Like, she couldn't get her car, and she still had to do it the same way that she did when she was in Texas. But either way, so I ended up helping her by getting my people to help her. And so that's how certain things happened. And after a little bit of time, like it took about 2 weeks, it seemed like, or a week or so, it seemed like whatever was happening kind of cleared itself out, and then she kind of slid in again. All right. So as she was processing and going through whatever it was that she was going through, like I said, for some reason, and it's weird but she was going a lot under the radar because of the fact that she was right next to me. But she wasn't going under the radar because I kept saying what I was being told. So none of the shit that I'm saying to y'all is new. And again, be mindful. Now my son is here as well. So I told y'all, my body plays out certain things. It reacts to people's energy. My household changed drastically with both of them being in it. Mind you, all of y'all have been online. Like, y'all know I was online 24/7 before either one of them showed up. Eat mangoes, doing what it was peaceful around here. I like peace. I'm a peaceful person. Why a person thought they were going to insert their chaos into a peaceful situation, I don't know. Why a person wants to play and act as if I'm mean, I don't know. Why a person feels like they should try to, badmouth me to everybody that they know, I don't know. But then the person literally yesterday said about you, But for some reason, that was even my spirit. And this is where y'all have to pay attention to y'all spirit. My spirit was telling me that this little girl that she been playing around with, that she keeps acting is not her, whatever, whatever. And it's more than just her. So that was the other thing. It was almost like she just started to follow the same pattern of picking up women, and I'm doing it under the guise of music, but and everything else. And I'm gonna get to the other part because it's weird how even it's just weird. So under the guise of music. So I don't know, and not my story. All I know is the issues that I was having was it's collecting energy. Mind you, y'all already know how I feel about my energy, and I'm already collecting energy, and I'm doing the thing in the collective, and so I'm utilizing that energy. But now this person who is a shell of a person that is saying that I'm going through all this trauma is now still adding bullshit to the system, which was throwing me off as well because of the fact that when spiritual people are going through an awakening, they not trying to add nobody like too much energy to the system. Everybody that I talk to, and half y'all in this chat, will say the exact same thing. Y'all get away from people. You're not looking for the next thing to do to corrupt your system. You trying to figure out how the system got corrupted in the first place. Because started talking to me, and she started talking to me about the wife, telling me that the wife was a 219. In my mind, I was thinking it had to be the wife that I was supposed to be protecting because she's really the Pisces. So I still was helping the wife in the process because of the fact I ended up telling her, I said, your wife was not wrong. Everything that that girl said to you, because from what she was saying to me, she was correct. Everything that Imani said to Kristen was correct, especially by what she was saying to me. So if you were going to change your behavior, you have to change your behavior and not do the thing. And even did the thing with me. So I already understand you started off doing the thing, and I said, I don't think you should be trying to corrupt the system. Please don't do that. So I was still saying the same exact things. Leave it the way that it is, because what's going to happen next, you probably not going to like. Mind you, I'm very vocal with people when I'm dealing with them. I say what I mean what I say. So I be telling people ahead of time, I know who I am. I've known who I am for a long time. And even my brother will tell people, oh, she be saying this, that, or that. Like my brother be telling people, like if y'all go back to any ladies night, any live, any conversation that we've had, my brother has been telling everybody, I'm the same. I'm always going to be telling the truth when it comes to me and my shit, because I don't care. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. If you don't, stay the fuck away from me. And if you do, hey, we're going to be all to the good. Don't get over here and try to change nothing. Meanwhile, things were being changed because, as y'all know, this is a content house. We do content in this motherfucker. So it's cameras all around this bitch. But mind you, there's no content going up because Kristen is now hiding, saying that her people was creating havoc and chaos in her life. But I'm starting to notice that the chaos and havoc was being created also by Kristen. But unaccountable, very much so. Okay? And I'm not taking away from her story, just so y'all know. So whatever happened to her, happened to her. But also, whatever it is that's happening now, I don't want to be a part of it. Because at the end of the day, when my son, again, got stuck in the house, that meant that my son was now protecting again. I don't need my son to be protecting. I need my son to go to school and do what he's supposed to do. So when people are puppeteering a situation, because literally what she was supposed to do was take care of what she needed to do on her end. Somehow some other people started being inserted into the system. This person, it's an alliance happening with this person and that person and all this weird shit. I can't approve of that. Why? Because that's not how it's supposed to be. And the only reason why I have anything to say about it either anyway is because the location. So I was being very vocal on certain things can't be because I'm listening to certain conversations and it sounds like a bunch of gossip. Gossip, God don't like gossip. And if everybody has their story, everybody's story needs to be stated to the proper authorities. Period, point blank. Why is there a bunch of chatter and a bunch of gossip and a bunch of this and a bunch of that and a bunch of people directing and misdirecting and some other shit? And to me, the people that she could have been talking to or the people that she would have been talking to as I'm listening, because I did hear some of the shit, as I'm listening, I'm telling her that's gossip. And when I got told who the person was, how can you align yourself? The enemy of my enemy is not my friend. The enemy of my enemy could actually be potentially setting you up, because if I got a hard on for somebody, I'm going to use anybody and everything I can to establish my agenda. But mind you, these are the people aligning herself with. I can't do that. So now you're putting me and my child at risk. And so that's where I have to now say something else. So I started saying something. And maybe to her, I was being mean. No, ma'am. Was never being mean. I was basically making sure that everybody was aware I'm not condoning that shit. And I'm not the puppeteer. Because what it was getting ready to look like was she staying here, because it don't take long for people to figure out where you are. I'm very much online. I'm the one that's sharing her shit. I'm the one that's promoting. It would look like I would be puppeteering. No. Because what I know for a fact to be is everybody has to everybody has to walk their own pathway. Whatever is happening or whatever has happened to that young lady, she needs and alert the proper authorities and do whatever she needs to do for her healing. But aligning yourself to that's not going to work. And that also means that if in fact that whoever she's saying is guilty of whatever, is probably going to end up walking away because of the way that they're doing the situation. But then it started to throw other alerts, because as the stuff that I read to y'all yesterday showed me, discernment is not a thing, especially if a person can tell you about another person and you pull up on the person, like you go to the person not knowing if it is a setup or not. So in my mind, it made me wonder, in my mind, it made me wonder if any of it was true or anything is true, because again, it's been lie after lie after lie after lie after lie, and still more inserting people into the system. It's like collecting a bunch of bad energy. So yesterday, and everybody knows I do my story and my stories on Instagram, so I said I'm a noted type of person. I am a noted type of person. And mind you, because literally she will tell you the same thing. She said something to me one day, I put it in my notes. Again, me being who I am. So I'm a noted type of person. I just sit back and I watch the bad behavior. I don't know if they thought the song or anything else was related to them. The song was basically the first song that popped up on my, when you go to notes or whatever, because I didn't have a song. And basically, so when I went to go upload the video, like right now, it is, let me see. Let me see what my story is. I'm a noted kind of girl. I just observed the poor behavior. That's what I posted, right? Wasn't being shady. Somebody else wrote it. I just shared it. The music that was placed there was the first thing, like when you go to your music, I hit the button. It's the first body. Same song. It's Megan Thee Stallion. Wasn't talking to her, wasn't talking to anybody. So, but the message that was given to her was in the middle of the night. It was around 1 something. She responded to the message around 3 something. I didn't see the message until I woke up, but somehow in the process of that, she had called my friend and told my friend to tell me to stop because I was being mean, and that's the first thing that popped up. So, wasn't being shady to anybody. The message said, please keep your mouth off me, because somehow spirit, and I keep saying I don't know how certain some of these things are going, was allowing me to know that she was talking bad about me. Because as of now, I'm not doing what she wants me to do because I'm not in a line. It keeps giving bad kid syndrome. And I don't even do that with my kids. So I damn sure ain't doing it with no grown ass woman that's out here fucking. Okay? Not doing that. So to call or act like I'm doing something to this person was weird. Mind you, I'm very vocal in everything that I've been saying about the person, the friends, the people, everything that's happening. Still here, I'm still here, and people would think that he's here with me. People would think that I'm orchestrating because I get online and I say what I'm saying, and I've been saying what I'm saying before she even got here. None of the shit that I was saying was even, I just be saying what I'm saying. If you look at my channel, I've been saying what I'm saying the whole entire time. That's the thing. So the lie that was told was, because then she says, oh, I'm talking about you, this, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. But meanwhile, the girl, Yana, that basically I was saying something to her about, the same girl that basically she told me that, there was whatever, but also the same person that somehow pops up in my stories. So as she done told the lie and wrote the lie, and then proceeds to continue to lie more, I screenshot the bitch in my stories and I sends it to her. Because, ma'am, it keeps being more lies out your ass. The dreams were the dreams. Mind you, the dreams were meant to help your ass. But instead of you accepting that, mind you, you've been seeing how things have been going. But instead, you rather diminish my character and try to turn me out to be a bad guy. Anyway, so when I sent the video, because I screen recorded, the bitch looked at my whole, and maybe she thought I was talking to her. I don't have nothing to do with y'all little young ass girls. I don't understand how it is that y'all don't realize that y'all be online taking off all y'all clothes, but we got the same amount of followers. Matter of fact, I have more. My platform is bigger than theirs. I got on all my clothes, but yet somehow I'm jealous of what? Take time to be a little girl and stop trying to put yourself in people's shit that don't pertain to you. Because, again, it was just the first song. That was it. It's still the first song. So never was talking to anybody. Stop inserting yourself into things that don't belong or pertain to you. Mind you, I ain't went to nobody's story, looking at nobody's story. Can't nobody screenshot and say I was in nobody's story. I did see the page, because guess what? When I came over here, I did go look at the page. Because, bitch, what is wrong with y'all? So I don't know what's up with the internet. As y'all see, they trying to block the message. But anyway, so like I said, I'll do it again. I'll do it 1,000 times, because I'm an energy that is very much open, and I'm blessed to be a blessing. Even if a person don't see that. So what ends up happening is person never responded, because I guess when you get caught in your lie, right in the act, you said it exactly how you said it, and then I sent the video to show that you was a liar, because talking about me. They're not my friends. I'm here entertaining. Even I want to put away the behavior of, some bullshit. I'm not going to do that, because at the end of the day, cleaning and clearing, I'm going to just go ahead and do what I need to do and get it cleared out, because at the end of the day will end, and I'm going to go on and do something else the same way everybody else is going to go on and do something else. My only process, because then it started to be a thing, even about saying that I said she had something. I never said that. What I said was, don't, well, that's neither here nor there. The point of it is I don't know what anybody got. And when you insert your tongue, and I keep being exposed, because now I got exposed to something, because I don't know what nobody got. That's what I said. And I'm going to say it, and I'm going to keep saying it, because guess what? It's a thing. Stop exposing people to shit and then crying. Meanwhile, I kept saying I love the person. I can love a person and not like their behavior, because I understand how love works. So I love a person and I don't like their behavior. The behavior is bad. That's it. That's all. I can love a person and still voice my opinion about my experience with the person. She may have had the experience ever. I don't feel like she did, because again, it's videos, you can go look at them, that in that process when everything was good, her light has started to come back. It wasn't until she started collecting the other energies, because she was focused on herself at the time. She was focused on cultivating. She was focused on growing. Now she's inserted herself into other people's business, because she's saying, oh, well, neither here nor there. All I know is that when she started inserting herself into their business, I started detaching my business. And that's what I said. So the dreams being had and being given, we was meditating. It's not going to change. What you're being given, you're being given. Sometimes we have to learn that season, reason, or a lifetime. Some people come into your life for a season. Some people come into you for a reason. Some people come in for a lifetime. Though, let's be mindful that we don't have to try to diminish anybody's character. We don't have to do any of that in order to make ourselves feel good, because I never did that. What I was stating was what was happening. And even in the process, when the smell came and it came to me, I didn't like it. And it started to be a spiritual thing, because now whatever it did was, and now it's making me, see, like when I get around people, and it's coming from out of their people's mouths, because it's in the digestive system. But I don't know why it throws heavier with some people than the other people. It's weird. So there's a good smell that happens. And mind you, so yesterday myself up, or last night, because I was thinking in the process of, okay, the energy just showed me something. I don't have to have, because my relationships were traditional. But energy is energy. It may not be traditional. If that happened, but I just like my energy a certain type of age, and I don't really like the young thing or none of that. Like, I just like my energy, my age or older, because again, it showed me something with the energy. It's a little flighty and it's a little weird. I don't like that. So anyway, I opened myself up to something last night that I never thought that I would. We'll see how it works. It's going to be an experience. So the experiences are just the experience. The energy will do a thing. I opened myself up to that. So I feel like that was growth on my behalf, because of the fact that I didn't think that. I didn't think that a certain energy or certain situation would even be something that I wanted. But then I was also looking into the fact that it's programming. I have been already pre-programmed to think that certain things should be a certain type of way. And again, I told y'all I grew up, mostly Christian. So my relationships are, it says when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. that would mean that it would be a man looking for a woman, not a woman looking for a man, or not a woman being with another. But again, if reincarnation is the thing, and I know it's a thing because um, the energy might be different than what it was, also what it is. But then the people, and having some discernment, because some of these people ain't in their body. Some of these people is a carcass, and it's just a walking figurehead. Like, it's the background people. And so if you know, you know, but that's really honestly a thing as well, and it's kind of creepy too. But I'm gonna just say, when y'all are dealing on, dreams are trying to tell you something, because my on point, to the tune of other people's dreams have been kind of connected to this situation, this person, this thing. I processed it, I unbagged it, wrote a book about it. Here it go. Um, and I'm thankful for the lesson and the energy as it was. Whatever it is now, not my shit. And I'm not going to be accountable for that. And I'm not going to be looked at as the person that kind of tainted the energy, because I didn't. All I did was give it good energy, send it good energy. Whether or not I pulled my energy back and the person don't like that, I have to protect me, because again, people don't understand your boundaries. When you have specific dreams about people, because again, it's dead. That energy don't exist anymore. It's something different. It's already been tainted by whatever it was they did, not whatever it was I did. Because all I did was try to nurture it. It didn't want to be nurtured. It wants to be messy and full of drama and promiscuous and whatever else it wants to be. And it's not doing what, you know, and not based off what I feel. It's based off what the observation. Because nothing was what it said it was. And whether or not a person wants to, because again, y'all got to be mindful about being around people, because this is the energy that just claimed all of these things to a person. I love, respect, something, something, something to my friends. But meanwhile, I just told y'all they lied in one sentence. I sent a message right behind that. Well, so be mindful that people will live right with you and will try to have your. I don't know what's up with the connection, but maybe I must be saying too much. Hide the truth from you, because that was an example right there. That was God's way of showing me that you can't trust this, because you know him, and at 3 a.m. this person is saying a lie, and then by the time they send the next messages, the person that they're saying they're not talking to, or people that is related to them, um, are actually watching your stories. So don't leave your intuition or your discernment up to anybody but you, because at the end of the day, to make their agenda match, they're gonna tell you knew what your dreams were telling you. You knew that how it was unfolding was the way that it was unfolding. But in order for them to push their agenda, they're going to say, no, I didn't do that. They're going to be very innocent. Like, they're going to act as if you're the problem. Trust yourself. And that's all I got. So, Pink Lotus Fairy, it's time for spirit. Make sure that it's between you and God. Don't trust these people, because people that just don't trust them. All right. So take it how it resonates for you. 4334-7. Hi, Ken. Yes, exactly. Because I told y'all, I don't got no reason to sit here and lie to y'all. The messages be the message, and God be giving what God be giving. Mind you, the person knows that because literally messages be given to them. So the person knows that. Let's see. Listen, and then it's funny because this says Pink Lotus Fairy. What did I tell y'all? Trust your own intuition, right? It says there are multiple Bible verses that include the number 4 and 3 because it's 43, right? It says James 4 and 3. This verse says, "You ask and do not receive because you ask wrongly, ended on your passions." It says this is people. This was a message where they were trying to manipulate God and use Him to serve their own desires. All right, then it says Psalms 4 and 3. This verse says, "Know that the Lord has set apart his faithful servant for himself. The Lord hears when I call to him." Matthew 4 and 3. This verse is the third verse in the fourth chapter of the Gospel of Matthew in the New Testament. It makes the beginning of the section of Matthew that deals with Satan's temptations of Christ. You see what I'm saying? And to mind you, I've been sitting here saying that has been the thing. The person is saying this, but mind you, they're doing something totally different than what they were saying. Revelations 4 and 3, this verse describes a throne surrounded by a rainbow that shines like an emerald. Romans 4 and 3, this verse says, "For what does the scripture say? And Abraham believed God, and it was reckoned to him as righteousness." In Ephesians 4 and 3, this verse says, "Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace." I'm a peaceful ass energy. That's what I said. I gotta protect my peace at all costs. Like, even the messages be messaging. But because I wanted to protect my peace and I didn't want the weird shit around me, I'm getting looked at as the bad guy, or I'm being, mean. I'm not being mean. I'm being protective of myself and my energy. I'm being protective of my child. I'm being protective of what I know I shouldn't be involved in, especially, or allow anybody around me that is involved in that type of thing. A sign from your angels that you're heading in the right direction. Your angels want you to know that you have the skills and talents to achieve your dreams, and they are supporting and guiding you along the way. Seeing angel number 43 repeatedly may also suggest that you need to focus on finding balance in your life. It is essential to prioritize your work while making time for your hobbies and passions to ensure well-rounded and fulfilling life. 43 is a manifestation number. This number is a reminder that your thoughts and actions create your reality, and you have the power to manifest your desires into existence. Trust that the universe is working in your favor, and to focus on positive thoughts and actions to attract abundance and success. Represents the connection to the divine. It is a reminder to stay connected to your higher self and to trust the universe's plan for your life. Your angels are urging you to let go of any fear, doubt, or worry and have faith in the journey. This number also encourages you to explore your spirituality and develop a deeper connection with the universe through meditation, prayer, or other spiritual practices. If you're single and seeing this number, it may indicate that love is on the horizon, but you must remain patient and focus on loving yourself first. If you are in a relationship, this number is a gentle reminder to nurture and prioritize your relationship to maintain its strength and longevity. 43 signifies success and abundance. This number is a sign that your hard work and dedication will pay off, leading to financial stability and prosperity. This number is also a reminder to pursue your passions and to trust in your abilities instead of settling for a job or career that doesn't fulfill you. Believe in yourself and take bold steps towards your goals, and success will follow. That's another thing. Because I was saying something about promoting people, right? Like, promoting music and things of that nature. Mind you, I used to be a manager to a guy. And I realized way back then that promote myself, because what happens is I was promoting them, they don't do the work. They want to be in the industry, they want to do certain things, but meanwhile they don't do the work. They focus on everything else but doing the shit they supposed to be doing. So it's fun, it's this, it's, you know, whatever it is. And then I started to put my work and I do content. I started to put my energy into my own content. Mind you, again, I'll be looking at people's pages and we don't be that far off, but I do content. I was doing content every day. So getting back to doing and focusing on my own self and my own content and putting my energy into myself. And I don't think that that should be looked upon, you know, by anybody other than, you know, myself as what I should be doing. 43 symbolizes blessings and abundance. In the Bible, the number 4 represents material world, while the number 3 represents the spiritual world. Together, these numbers signify the balance between two realms and the blessings that come from living in alignment with divine will. All right, so it also says in some, this number encourages you to manifest your desires, trust in the universe's plan, and prioritize your well-being. Whether you're seeing this number repeatedly or for the first time, know that your angels are supporting you and guiding you towards success and fulfillment in all aspects of your life. Remember to trust the journey and to have faith on the divine plan. So that's it. That's all, y'all. I'll see y'all at 12 o'clock, and hopefully, you know, have the day y'all deserve. But hopefully everybody understands that I'm not accepting anybody saying that I'm a mean person, because I'm not a mean person. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and that's it. And you know, I'm going to work on my delivery for all things, you know, through God, that strengthens me. Pray my strength in the Lord and nothing else. That's it. That's all. And past that, I'm not gonna be held accountable for nobody's shit. I'm gonna make sure that I do what I need to do for me and my children. And thank you to whoever just sent me the Cash App. Thank you. Because I can't see it. But anyway, yeah, I'm not going to let nobody put nothing on me that I know I'm not. I'm nothing but a good person. I may, you know, come off a little abrasive, but I am what I am. And I'm not going to apologize to nobody for being what I am. And if a person thinks that I should, then they better go to God about it. Because at the end of the day, I know what I have done. I know what I do. Nobody's going to try to, you know, insult me in any way other than the fact that, bitch, I have said bitch. I'll be saying bitch. Because bitch.